Welcome back to my channel where we are going to see on configuration of Fortigate for internet access. So what we are going to do is to configure Fortigate in NAT mode. So when we talk about NAT mode, we will be talking about configuring Fortigate as a router or as a gateway. So the first thing that we are going to ask ourselves is that sure, we have installed Fortigate. We configured port 1 for LAN IP, which we will be using that one to access Fortigate for configuration. So what we need to know is that we have to keep in mind the IP address of the gateway that we configured over the terminal. Or if you have not configured and you are using a device, Fortigate device, we know that we have the default gateway IP, which we said that it is 192.168.1.99. So that is what we are going to do. So for my case, I had set the gateway IP port 1 to 172.16.1.253. So I'm going to type that one. So it is HTTPS. So let me use HTTP. So it is HTTP :172.16. So sorry, 172.16.1.253. So and I can press enter. So I will be presented by the login screen. I will type username admin. Password is the password that I set during installation, and I press login. The next thing, we will be presented by this screen if we are logging in for the first time, where we will be requested to set a specific host name. So when we are saying that we are setting a specific host name, you will be setting a host name for the Fortigate device. You can also change your password if you are logging in for the first time and you are not set over the terminal. So upgrade firmware. So this one we will not do for now. It's already checked. It is up to date. We have dashboard setup. Also for if you are logging in for the first time, that one will not be checked. So at this point, I will just click later for me to set up at later stage. So also at this point, it will be trying to load video tutorials, but I will not be waiting to check on that. Also that given that this Fortigate is not already having internet access, it will not be in a position to load these videos. So I will just click OK to proceed to admin dashboard. So when you log in for the first time, you will be presented by the dashboard section where it is giving us the status of the device. So under status, this is where we'll be seeing the widgets, which is giving us the Fortigate device. So also it will be giving us the firmware version, the mode that we have configured, and also we have the system time. So as we can see here, the system time is not that correct, but always there is a way where you will be in a position to see this system time, where you will be setting the system time. So that one we will be reviewing under the next videos or YouTube tutorials. Also we will see on the license, and in this case we will see that under license section there is no connection to the servers, so we will not see the license that we have taken. But for our case, we are so sure that we've taken the training license, which is a trial license for 15 days. So for our case, we not concentrate much on that. So, and when you want to connect now to internet, you have that device, and we know that you have specific ports that you want to terminate to your ISP. So for my case, I set that one to be port 2, because port 1 I assigned the LAN, which is the gateway IP for the LAN network. So for us to access internet, the first thing that we are going to do is to make sure that we terminate the ISP cable on the port 2 or any other port that you want to use, and we connect our machine, which I'm sure by now you have connected in that. That's why you are in a position to access the gateway. So it means that the LAN IP or the LAN port has been connected directly to your machine or via the switch. So after that, we will come to this section of network, and we will come to interfaces. So currently we will see the interfaces that we have in our device, and we will, when we scroll down, we will see the interfaces which are connected. We have port 1, which is having the IP, the local, the LAN IP, which is now the gateway for the LAN network. We have port 2, which we have assigned IP 192.168.10.20. So this one is the one that we will be using as our one port. So let me just click on this port, and I can just click on edit. So here, because we are taking this one as the one port, which means that it is the we will be configuring the IPs as given by the internet service provider or your ISP. So if your ISP is providing maybe a dynamic IP assignment, you will just click on this section, DHCP, and you will have to check, indicate on the distance. But for this case, I will be picking on manual. So this IP is what I set over the terminal, and there is nothing else that I'm going to check. This IP I set specifically over the terminal. But if we decide that we need to change, let's say that for my case, I can say that let me just change to 192.168.10.25. So once that one is done, we have these others, virtual domains. So I will not touch anything else at that point. So once what you'll have to do is administrative access. What administrative access do you want to allow over the same IP? So for my case, I might say that let me allow HTTPS, let me allow ping, that is for troubleshooting. I can allow SNMTP just for diagnostic, and I can allow as well SSH, but most of this will not be important. So what we are focusing much right now is to assign the IP to that interface. So we click save. So once that one is done, we have assigned the IP to the one network, one port, and we have our LAN port working. So the next thing that we have to do is to so before even we go to that, I have to confirm right now that I won't be in a position to have internet access, and I will Google. Let's go to google.com. So it's trying to load. Let's give it some little more time. So we have checked, and we don't have internet access, but at the moment we have assigned the one IP, and we have assigned the LAN IP. So, and also our machine has been configured with static IP. So once in this network you have configured the interface, so the next thing that you have to do is to configure static routes. So static route, this is the one now that will route our traffic to internet. So just come within under networks, click on static routes and just click create new. So here we'll be using the same 0.0.0.0 subnet is 0.0.0.0. So all traffic has to be routed through that. So the next thing that I have to do is to type the gateway. So gateway, I will be setting the gateway that I want my traffic to internet to get out from. So here I will be setting my gateway is the one that has been provided by the ISP as the gateway. So for this case, since that I have configured for this interface port 2, I have configured my IP is 192.168.10.0.2.5. So it means that the gateway that has to allow traffic to internet, it should be 10.1. So that is what I will be configuring under static routes. So I will just come and create a new static route. Here I will type 192.168.1.1, not .1, sorry, but .10.1. So once that one is done, I will select the interface for the LAN. For this case, I haven't renamed the interface. It is port 2. So I'll just go with that port 2 and I click. So for advanced, there is nothing that I'm going to change. I'll just click OK. So once this one is done, there is something, a single thing that is still remaining. So, and that one now is for me to create a policy to allow traffic now to internet. So once that one is done, I'll just come to policy and objects. Click firewall policy. So it will open. So right now we don't have any active policy. So what I will do, I will just click create new, and here you will say maybe internet access as the name, internet access. Incoming interface, I will set incoming interface to be port 1 LAN. Outgoing interface I will set to port 2. So for now we have the source. I will set the source to all, as there is no restriction at the moment. So this is when you are setting the role, you can set maybe the address as all. If you have to map user authentication, you will have to include the user group. So for this case, and also for internet services, you can also add that one as well. So but for our test, we will be allowing everything for now. So I'll just click all, and destination is that also for the destination I will pick all as well. So schedule, this policy will be running always. Services, I will also pick all services. So but if you want to, maybe you are configuring policy for specific service, that's where you have to select the same service that you'll use. The action, I will take accept. So once that one is done, I will make sure that the NAT is enabled, because we are configuring Fortigate as the gateway, or what we say that as the router. so which means that we need to hide the internal IPs. So once that one is done, we are saying that IP pool configuration is use outgoing interface address. So make sure that that one is checked. These others we will leave as default. So also for this section, security profile, we don't have any antivirus configured. We don't have to filter any web traffic. DNS we are not going to enable. Application control, for now we want to access internet without any application control. Also for intrusion prevention, we will just leave for now. And once that one is done, what we will just make sure is that we lock security events traffic, and after that we click OK. So a policy is already enabled. So once this one is done, we know that for our local machine we configured DNS, Google DNS, so it will be resolving everything from Google. So what are we supposed to do? We are going now to do a test for us to check if we can have internet access. So we'll go back and go to Google. So as you can see, we can type, we can say that we have successfully configured Fortigate internet access, and I will assure you that you will maintain, subscribe to our channels, and you will be getting more updates on technical solutions as we proceed. So thank you for your time, and please check also for the next. Thank you.